Welcome back. Alright, today I'm gonna react to Bugs. Bugs Animations. If you don't know what Bugs is, he's the animation channel, and I'm gonna show you his channel today. And this is his channel. And this is the new channel. This is his channel. Has 104. Okay, subscribers and 44 videos, so that's really impressive for him. And that's pretty impressive for him. That's pretty impressive for him. For such a really So today we're gonna watch all his videos. I think this is done. So we're gonna watch all the videos. So let's get started. So to oldest to latest. He has some really So let's start off with his most popular video. And we're gonna watch his popular videos. So let's get started. Starting off with this very first video.
It's just my luck. Growing up, I played a lot of sports, and I mean a lot. Typically, I'd play a new sport that I came across until I got severely injured, and then moved to the next one. And it continued until I landed myself in the emergency room. But we'll save that one for the end of the video. When I was younger, most of the other kids on my teams would use their free time to hone their skills, eat healthy, and recover. I took a more unique athletic approach and chose to use my free time to play video games, eat gummy bears, and make YouTube videos. Because of this disconnect with the full commitment that sports requires, it left me with this awkward half-toothpick but also half-athletic build of a character. Put it this way, when I played basketball throughout school, we had 3 teams. A team being the best, C team being the worst, and B team being right in the middle. Take your guesses in the comments which team I was on. I can see you typing C team, aren't you? That's what I thought, buddy. No, but seriously, I was on the B team. So, not the greatest, but not the worst. Right in the middle. The Venn diagram of mediocrity, if you will. And this is how it went for the rest of the sports I was a part of throughout my life. It was also playing basketball that I got my first major injury. Growing up with my older brother, he was always the superior athlete. An A-team player, if you will. We were both in basketball season for our schools at the time, and this led him to constantly bug everyone to practice with him. He would gather the neighbor kids, invite them over to our house, and they would all drag me outside of my bedroom to play basketball on our back patio. So not only was I not in the mood to play basketball because I wanted to eat my gummy bears and play Minecraft, but to make matters even worse, it was freezing cold outside. I'm talking snow on the ground kind of cold. But my brother being older than me, I didn't have free will to just go back inside. He had power over me. My brother was on the other team, and a few minutes into the game, everyone's hands were glowing red as they throbbed from the cold. But despite the pain, this wasn't going to stop me from trying to show my brother who the better basketball player was. And that's when I had a perfect opportunity to prove my point. The basketball hit the rim, leaving it hanging in the air, right beneath where my brother and I had been standing. I jumped in the air with my hands straight as a board, frozen from the cold, as I prepared to grab the rebound. This was one of my worst finger jams ever. My hands went from a numbing red to now having purple tips. My fingers looked straight out of a cartoon. Oh wait. As I'm standing there applying pressure on my jammed fingers with my other non-injured hand, wondering if I was going to make it out alive, my brother grabs the ball as it rolled out of bounds. Here, Bugs, take it at the top. My brother threw the ball at me to catch it while I had my fingers together trying to recover my now throbbing fingers. Ow! I dropped to the floor in pain as blood began rushing out of my nose. As I'm getting ready to burst into tears to get my parents' attention, my brother enabled older sibling mode to achieve the mission of never getting caught by the parents. Shh. shh, no, shh, don't cry, don't cry. Here, listen. I'll let you play on the Xbox. For 2 hours? Hell no, 30 minutes. Shh. Okay, you're fine. Here. You can do it back to me.
30 minutes, whatever.
Perfectly balanced. This whole thing should be.
Let's just say, neither that day did my brother let me throw the ball at him or let me play his Xbox. But I now had an excuse to not play basketball for 2 weeks because of my jammed fingers. So, who really lost here? Am I right?
Exactly.
Outside of school in the summers, I would play baseball through a club organization. Once again,
Really?
on the B team. My team and I, known as the Eagles, were participating in a tournament one weekend. We gathered around the venue as the event coordinator started to draw teams at random out of a hat as a way to create matchups. It felt like the Hunger Games, but for baseball. As we waited for our team name to be called, all of us had been aware that one of
First video life. Now here's a. So, if you could solve this riddle, I'll call it.
To manifest, you have to believe that you already have whatever it is that you want. If you understand the meaning of these two.
Today, I am finding out if my best friend is a psychopath. I'll be asking him a series of riddles, and depending on how he answers them, will prove whether or not he is psychopathic. Alright, gents, are you ready to find out if you are a psychopath or not today?
I don't know.
I'm kind of rooting against you, bro.
I would hope so.
I don't know if I want my friend to be a psychopath, man.
Well, how do you know that? Because maybe psychopaths are the best friends.
Question number 1. A young woman was at her mother's funeral when she ran into a man she did not know. He was incredibly handsome and kind, and the woman fell in love with him instantly. But she never got his name or number. The next day, she suddenly kills her sister. Why?
You see, I've heard tale of someone doing this before.
What?
Just kidding.
You would tell someone doing this?
Let's see here. A young woman, let's say 18, is at a funeral, her mom's funeral for her dead mom, runs into a hot man. Could be me, could not be me, and falls in love. It's definitely me. She never got his name or number. So how are you falling in love without a name or number? First off, his name could have been Jebediah. Anyway, the first reasoning, I have two here. Number 1, she's hated her sister her whole life, but that's not thinking too much into it. Number 2, the actual reason. She falls in love with Jebediah. Jebediah tells her.
You're cooking.
He says, your sister had to kill your mom, of course, because she's not actually your sister. You were born in a camp.
Wait.
Your mom isn't even human at this point, and she has been raising you to believe that she's your mom. She had to die. I actually killed her out of myself, Jebediah, and your sister is actually next in line of the cloning, so you must kill her. That's my answer. I think I'm too dumb to come up with a real answer, to be honest.
Oh my, the worst psychopath of all time.
Whoa! Okay, this is me being smart. If she fell in love instantly, love is the strongest feeling ever, they say, then that had to be the motive for her kill.
Alright, did he solve the riddle, guys? And if he did, I'm calling 911. What? I'm calling 911. I'm calling 911. Alright, so let's watch one more video and let's see. Let's watch one more video. This one.
Frustrations with how bad we were. Hey, you! Play me a B major! Get out! I said out! You are done with bad! Teachers. Nothing can make or break your school year quite like them. A good one can make you want to pursue a subject further, even into adulthood. But a bad one can make you want to commit felonies. Thankfully, my schooling years are over with. But that doesn't mean I haven't had my fair share of teachers that still give me nightmares. The universe blessed me with great teachers up until 5th grade, when I became a band kid. I auditioned as a drummer, which is where I ended up finding my footing. Oh, brother, this guy stinks! At my school, 5th grade is the first time students are introduced to band. So you can only imagine what that sounded like. And our band teacher, Lord Farquaad here, didn't waste any time before showing her frustrations with how bad we were. Hey, you! Play me a B major! Get out! I said out! You are done with band! Did Farquaad just kick that player out of the band? You! Yes, you! Wanna talk? Go take public speaking! Out! And just like that, those two kids never returned to band class. But if anything, this didn't make the class behave any better. We weren't going to let some crazy band teacher have power over us. We became rebellious. Well, the other kids did. I was a good boy. And so, the great war between the band kids and wannabe Farquaad commenced. The rebellion grew as the students started to break rules, purposely playing horrid tunes, and eventually refusing to play their instruments altogether. But just when you thought the students were close to overtaking the throne, Farquaad was not going down without a fight. And on one fateful day, she unleashed an ultimate rage. That's it! If one more of you make a single peep of noise, you can go talk your way on over to the principal's office. And in this very moment of pure terror, as I'm trying to keep it together with my drums in the back, my clumsy self makes a huge mistake. Sorry, Nate. Did you say something?
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired. Back there? No, not at all. I dropped my drumstick. Yes, I thought so. No. Where was I? Ah, yes. The principal's office. I dodged a bullet. But, imagine if I got sent to the principal's office that day. What brings you here? I dropped my drumsticks. Please don't expel me. Please. Granted, if I had to teach a 5th grade class of kids who had never played an instrument in their life and had to listen to a deranged hot cross buns every day, I'd go crazy too. During this time outside of band, my primary teacher was Mr. Silver. Our class was full of wild 11-year-olds, and he tried his best to keep us in line day to day. However, there were many occasions where he had absolutely no control over the classroom, and when none of his usual techniques worked to bring the class back to focus, his last resort was finding the nearest desk and... I almost have to give the guy credit because this technique never failed him. Looking past his trait of desk-slamming temper tantrums, I had been growing to like Mr. Silver as a teacher. He was a nerd, and so was I. So I took this as an opportunity to become the golden student and share with him all of the new video games I've been playing on my iPod throughout the year. And judging by how he reacted, he seemed to be eating up everything I told him until parent-teacher conferences rolled around. Overall, Nate here has been doing a great job in my class. But your son plays way too much video games. What? How could he? Why is he saying this? Betrayal! Ah! And it's best as parents that you have him read more instead of playing video games all the time. I didn't say a word until we got home, worried for my life that my parents would ban me from video games forever.
You know what? You're a good kid. The least you can do is build dirt huts on Minecraft in your free time.
And look at me now! Take that, Mr. Silver! Now, when you think of horrible teachers, you might picture someone who screams and shouts and traumatizes their students. That's what I thought too, until I met my 7th grade science teacher, Mr. Ernie, who was actually just horrible at teaching. Alrighty class, today we're learning about the elements. Pull out your notebooks. Bill Nye here will teach you everything you need to know. Okay, I'm gonna go take a nap. I kid you not. Bill Nye was more of a teacher to me than Mr. Ernie that year. You know how some teachers will reward students with movie days? Mr. Ernie's class was movie day every day. And as the year went on, we graduated from Bill Nye to watching Neil deGrasse Tyson movies, which Mr. Ernie called a more advanced way of learning. By the end of every movie, our notebooks were crammed with notes, and Mr. Ernie was fast asleep at his desk. In order to make up for his poor teaching, Ernie...
When's he gonna come back?
Huh?
When's he gonna come back?
And that's what I told you.
Yo ya le dije, oye, los plows no quedaron los que trajo él, no quedaron los plows. No importa si pongo. Ahora usted me dijo, sí, dijo que
Se le olvida también.
no quedaron los plows, no me importa.
No te pasa el bloque, nomás se llena y se imprime y se levanta el molde.
No, pues el aire no se va a acabar, porque está cerrado todo el campo ya.